Imagine buying a domain for just PT10. It sounds almost too good to be true, right? But this is not a fairy tale. It's a real-life story of how a small investment can turn into a substantial profit. Picture this. You make a purchase today, and a year later, you sell that same domain for less than 5,000. That's a 50,000% return on investment. This isn't a fantasy. It's the reality of digital real estate. The internet is a vast, ever-expanding universe, and domain names are the prime properties within it. Every business, blogger, and idea needs a unique online address. Think of it as the digital equivalent of a physical storefront. Without a good address, it's hard to attract visitors. The best, most memorable domains are limited, creating a market where you can buy low and sell high. Just like in real estate, location, or in this case the name, matters immensely. It's not about luck, it's about spotting trends and understanding what makes a name valuable. You need to be aware of what's in demand and what could be the next big thing. You don't need a tech background or a big budget, just some research, common sense, and a small investment. Forget the multi-million-pound headlines. The real money is in the smaller, more achievable flips. The real opportunity is in achievable everyday flips. These smaller transactions can add up over time, creating a steady stream of income. This guide will show you how to find undervalued domains, buy them safely, and sell for a profit. We'll walk you through each step from initial research to final sale. It's not about getting rich quick. It's about being smart with your money. By making informed decisions, you can turn a modest investment into a significant return. Ready to see how a simple web address can become a valuable asset? Let's dive in and explore the world of domain flipping together. Domain flipping is digital property investing. You buy a domain you believe is undervalued, then sell it to someone who needs it more. Think of it as being a property developer, but your assets are web addresses, not buildings. Good domains are short, memorable, and relevant, like londonplumbers.co.uk for a plumbing business. You don't need to build a website. The domain itself is the product. Register it, park it, and wait for buyers, or reach out to them directly. You're the middleman. Secure a name cheaply, then sell to someone who needs it for their brand. Your profit is the difference between your purchase price and what the end user pays. It's a simple concept, but it opens up a world of digital opportunity. Let's see how it works in real life. Meet Sarah, a mum from Manchester who never thought of herself as a tech entrepreneur. Like many of us, she spent her evenings browsing the internet after putting her child to bed, looking for ways to make a little extra money from home. One night, Sarah stumbled upon the idea of domain flipping. She decided to take a chance and bought ecotots.co.uk for just P8, inspired by her passion for eco-friendly parenting. She didn't have a business plan, just a hunch that the name might be valuable someday. 2 years later, her intuition paid off when a startup eager to launch their brand offered her Pay's $2,500 for the domain. That single decision turned a small, late-night purchase into a life-changing windfall. Then there's David, a retired teacher who always loved gardening. He registered citygardenkits.co.uk for P10, thinking it might be useful for someone one day. He enjoyed researching trends in urban gardening and saw the growing interest in home kits. Just a year later, a home gardening company reached out and bought the domain for $4,000, giving David a rewarding return on his small investment. Or take the story of a university student who, while searching for side hustles, noticed the rise of food delivery in his city. He registered bristoleats.com for the price of a cinema ticket, thinking it might come in handy. As food delivery services exploded in popularity, he sold the domain for $1,500, enough to cover a semester's rent. These aren't tech experts or seasoned investors, just ordinary people who paid attention to what was happening around them and acted on their instincts. They didn't have special training or insider knowledge, but they were curious, observant, and willing to take a small risk. Success in domain flipping often comes from simply noticing trends, whether it's a new business idea, a shift in consumer habits, or a growing movement in your community. By staying informed and open-minded, you can spot opportunities before they become obvious to everyone else. The process is straightforward. Spot a trend, register a relevant domain, and wait for the right buyer to come along. Sometimes it takes patience, but the rewards can be significant. You don't need a big budget, advanced technical skills, or a background in business. All it takes is a bit of curiosity, some research, and the initiative to act when you see an opportunity. The digital high street is open to everyone, no matter your age, background, or experience. It's a marketplace where anyone can participate and potentially profit. With a little research, good timing, and a willingness to learn, anyone can turn a small investment into a big return. The possibilities are limited only by your imagination and your willingness to take that first step. The next success story could be yours. All it takes is an idea, a bit of courage, and the drive to get started. So let's break down how you can begin your own journey into the world of domain flipping. The journey into domain flipping starts with a simple but crucial step: brainstorming. Begin by thinking about industries, trends, or topics you know well or are passionate about. This could be anything from eco-friendly fashion to tech startups, or even local businesses in your area. The more familiar you are with a niche, the easier it will be to spot valuable opportunities. Take some time to jot down ideas, and don't be afraid to get creative. Sometimes the best domains come from unexpected inspiration. Next, start listing potential domain names. Aim for 2- or 3-word combinations that are easy to remember, spell, and pronounce. Think names like greenwardrobe.com or ethicalthreads.co.uk. Try to keep your ideas broad enough to appeal to a range of buyers, but specific enough to stand out in a crowded market. Write down as many options as you can, and don't worry about perfection at this stage. Once you have your list, it's time to check which domains are available. Use a domain registrar like GoDaddy, Namecheap, or Google Domains to search for your ideas. You might find that some names are already taken, but don't get discouraged. This is a normal part of the process. Keep experimenting with different word combinations until you find a domain that's available and fits your vision. If you find a domain that's free, go ahead and register it. Most standard domains cost around 10 to 15 per year, making this a low-risk investment. Make sure your contact information is accurate during registration, as this will be important for future sales and transfers. Once you've secured your domain, you officially own a piece of digital real estate. Now it's time to put your domain on the market, list it for sale on your registrar's marketplace, and also consider using popular platforms like Sedo or Afternic to reach a wider audience. Each platform has its own listing process, but generally you'll need to provide a description and set your asking price. When setting a price, research similar domains to get a sense of what buyers are willing to pay. You can choose to set a fixed price or allow potential buyers to make offers. Being flexible can help attract more interest, especially if you're just starting out. While your domain is listed, take the initiative to research potential buyers. Look for businesses, startups, or entrepreneurs who might benefit from owning your domain. This proactive approach can increase your chances of making a sale, rather than waiting passively for offers to come in. Reach out to these prospects with a professional email. Clearly explain the value of your domain, how it could benefit their brand, and why it's a smart investment. Personalizing your message can make a big difference in getting a response. When you find a buyer, always use a secure escrow service to handle the transaction. This protects both you and the buyer, ensuring that payment and domain transfer happen smoothly and safely. To recap, brainstorm creative ideas, register available domains, list them for sale, and actively seek out buyers. Each step builds your skills and confidence in the domain flipping process. Start small, learn as you go, and gradually scale up as you gain experience and see what works best for you. Remember, every successful domain sale starts with taking that first step. Now let's dive deeper into what makes a domain truly valuable, so you can spot the best opportunities in the market. The best domains are short, memorable, and usually .coms. 1 or 2 words is ideal. Avoid hyphens, numbers, or confusing spellings. Think topratedcars.com, not topratedcars4u.com. Brandable names like Zoopla or keyword-rich names like emergencyplumber.co.uk are highly sought after. Make sure your domain passes the radio test. Easy to say, spell, and remember. Focus on names that match what people search for or describe a product or service. Use tools like expireddomains.net to find recently dropped names, but trust your own judgment. Research recent sales on namebio.com to see what's working. The right name can give a business instant credibility and search advantage. Your goal: find names that real businesses would pay for. Let's look at how to buy and sell them safely. To buy an unregistered domain, use a registrar like Namecheap or GoDaddy. Add to Basket Pay and it's yours. For privacy, add WHOIS protection to keep your details safe. If the domain is already owned, check if it's listed for sale or contact the owner via HOIS. Be polite and professional when making offers. To sell, list your domain on marketplaces like Sedo, Afternic or Dan.com. You can wait for buyers or reach out directly to potential end users. Always use an escrow service for transactions. This protects both buyer and seller. Most marketplaces include escrow, making the process safe and smooth. With the basics covered, let's avoid some common mistakes. Don't fall in love with bad domains. Avoid long names, hyphens, and obscure extensions. Always ask who would pay for this. If you can't answer, don't buy it. Never register domains with trademarks. Brands like Tesco or Marks & Spencer will get you in legal trouble. Check for trademarks before buying using official databases. Price your domains realistically. Research similar sales on namebuyer.com and consider a make-offer option. Watch your renewal costs. Owning lots of domains adds up fast. Start small, buy one or two, try to sell, and learn from the process. Don't go on a buying spree until you've had some success. Manage your budget and treat domain flipping like a real business. Now let's weigh the risks and rewards. Domain flipping isn't a guaranteed win. Some domains never sell and you'll pay annual fees for unsold names. Sales can take years. This isn't a quick money scheme. If you need fast cash, look elsewhere. Patience is key, but the rewards can be huge. Buy for P10, sell for P2,000 and you've made a massive return. Even modest flips offer great profit margins. The barrier to entry is low. Start with as little as P10. You can do this from anywhere, anytime as a flexible side hustle. The thrill of spotting and selling a valuable domain is real. For the right person, the potential rewards outweigh the risks. Let's see why domains matter more than ever. In today's digital world, a domain is prime real estate, a foundation for any brand. Premium domains give instant credibility and a competitive edge, just like a shop on Oxford Street. Every new business, product or influencer needs a domain, but all the best names are taken. This fixed supply and growing demand drive up value. As a domain flipper, you're providing a vital service, connecting great names with the right businesses. Brandable, memorable domains are more important than ever for standing out online. You now know how domain flipping works, the risks and the rewards. The next step is yours. Start small, keep learning, and watch for new opportunities. If you want more tips and case studies, join our community and subscribe to our free newsletter. Let's continue this journey together.